First of all, this national defense bill, this bill is a big, big step toward keeping the promise we made to rebuild our nation's armed forces. It's so critical. It will give the military the tools and the resources that it needs to address the threats that we face all around the world. And it delivers, as was mentioned, a well-deserved pay raise for our service members. It's a very important piece of legislation, and we look forward to putting it on the President's desk. And we're very excited about this promise being kept and getting done this week. On tax reform, here's why this is such a big moment. And it has nothing to do with politics or politicians. Most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. A whole lot of people are telling us that they're $400 away from a disaster. Instead of thinking about getting ahead, you got more people in this country worried about falling behind. This anxiety that we have in this country, that feeling that people are one emergency away from a disaster, is a daily reality for most of our fellow citizens. Meanwhile, Washington has been propping up a tax system riddled with special loopholes for the well-connected. This bill changes this. We are cutting taxes for middle and low-income families. The typical median household of four gets a $1,182 tax cut. That's big relief for people who really feel like they are one bad news away from a disaster. That's $1,182 you can save, use toward a big project or something you've been putting off for too long. This is not just a tax bill. This is a jobs bill. It's a fairness bill. By leveling the playing field and making our businesses more competitive, guess what? Wages are going to go up. The analysis is very clear. This will help wages raise in this country. This will help living standards increase in this country. More jobs will come home. So by unrigging this system, by making it so fair and so simple, and yes, you will be able to do it on a postcard. Notice I got the smaller version that fits in my pocket. You can barely read it, but you know. So yeah, exactly. The font's probably going to be a little different in real, but look, yeah, exactly. Optometry bill's going to go off. Yeah, but there'll be a. Look, here's what's going on right now. People in Washington are focusing on what this means for other people in Washington. But for us, it is about the hard-working people in America who are working hard and feel like they're slipping behind. This should not be about settling. You know, people right now are hoping things will get better. This bill will make things better for hard-working Americans. We want a country where everybody can rise. We want a country where people are confident. We want a country where people can aspire and believe that they can reach their American idea, their dream. That's the country we're used to having, and that's the country we're going to have by getting this thing done. And that is why we're focused on people's problems. And that is why we're really, really excited about getting this done this week. Questions?
The Joint Committee on Taxation finds that anywhere from 10 to 20% of middle class tax increase, especially in the out years. Is there any way to address that? Because this has been billed as a middle class tax.
So all of the analysis shows the average taxpayer in every income group gets a tax cut. But because of the Senate rules, there are some sunsets in policy that cause that analysis to occur. Sunsets in things that we don't intend to see go away, but that is because of the way the budget rules. We've had sunsets in policy forever and ever and ever. So the point here is not to say this expensing, for example, is going to go away, or our $300 credit. The point is to get this policy in place, and we do not intend to have these sunsets occur, but we have to do this to make it compliant.
Even without those sunsets,
Yeah.
some people still see their taxes go up, right? The president tweeted yesterday that he wants to see a 35%
Did he? I didn't notice that. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
Is that on the table for
Look, we're pushing this bill as we have it. There's ongoing conversations. It's a work in progress. The Senate's just beginning their markup. So as you know, this is a work in progress, which is the House is passing its bill. The Senate is now marking up its bill. We're going to go to a conference committee, and we're going to address all of these issues. And we're taking feedback from all of our members on an ongoing basis because, again, House, then Senate, then conference committee, and that's the process we have in front of us. Who are you with again?
Lauren Fox, MSCNS.
Okay.
Speaker Ryan, you said that it's true the allegations against Roy Moore were disqualifying. Even after another accuser
Yeah.
came forward yesterday, it appears that Moore is not stepping aside. What do you think the party should do?
He should step aside. Number one, these allegations are credible. Number two, he should if he cares about the values and the people he claims to care about, then he should step aside.
Would you support him?
Look, you'll see what you'll see what we have at Rules Committee, but we feel very good where we are. We're moving forward. And again, the point is, this is a work in progress, which is the Senate hasn't even produced their bill out of committee yet, let alone get it off the floor yet. So this thing is going to go into a conference committee where we're going to deal with the kinds of concerns and issues that people want dealt with. So we are just getting this process going. We think it's very, very important we produce this, and we feel good where we are. One more, right? Yeah.
Kelly, Stephen, thank you. On fiscal 18 budget talks, appropriators are talking about a few weeks of a CR. Can you give us an update on
Yeah, that's basically what we're considering. We're not talking about going into next year. We're talking about getting it done this year for many reasons, the military chief among them. We might need a little more time to give the appropriators time to write their bill, but we don't intend on going into next year. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.